In this lesson, we're going to discuss finding and changing objects. If you'd like to follow along, go under the File menu to Open, and in the Sample Files folder, go down to 0403, Trick to Finding and Changing Objects, and just click Open. In this particular layout, you can see that I have these white stroke lines going around each one of my images. And I want you to imagine for just a minute that this is a catalog that has hundreds and hundreds of images with a white stroke. But there's a problem that I discover afterwards. Some of the strokes are actually thicker than others. How can I select all of these images with the white stroke and make them consistent with the same weight stroke throughout the entire document? Well, that could take hours if I was doing it manually. But if I go under the Edit menu to something called Find Change, most people don't think of Find Change for finding objects and making changes to all of those objects. Most of the time, Find Change is used for text. If you're not in the Object section, click on the Object section to get there. Well, how does it work? First of all, if you've used this before, and there's something that's already in here where it says Find Object Format, or here where it says Change Object Format, just click on the trash next to each. You can see they're grayed out because I haven't done anything yet. To get started, if I just click in this box, this empty box, it's going to open the Find Objects Format options. I'm going to choose Stroke from the list of attributes, and Paper or white for the color of the stroke that I want to select. I'm just going to click OK. And you can see that it says any stroke with the color paper. That's what it's going to find. What do I want to change it to? Change object format. If I click in that area, once again, I still want the strokes to be white. Let me do that. But to make it really obvious that it's making the change to all of the objects, I'm going to make the stroke real thick. Like, how about 4 points? And then I'm just going to click OK. Now, what do I want to search? You can see it says all documents. I could also choose just a single document if I have more than one document open. It will just search the active document. What type of object do I want to find and change? Maybe it's possible that I have some text frames with a white stroke around it, and I don't want to select them. Or even unassigned frames with a white stroke. What I could do is limit the search to just graphic frames. Now the fun part. I'm going to hit Find. And it actually found the first object. You can see that it's actually selected here. And I'm going to hit Change just to make sure that it's working. And you can see now it has a thick 4-point stroke on it. Now that I know it's working, I can change all the rest of them all at once. This is a very long catalog with hundreds of pictures. If I hit Change All, it's going to change the stroke on every single image that has a white stroke. And it's going to make it 4 points. Let me just hit Change All. In this case, it found 9 objects and made 9 replacements. And you can see now all of those replacement strokes are 4 points. Let me just go to my stroke panel, and you can see it says weight 4 points. Let me just close this dialog and zoom out to fit my page. I'm going to go to View, Fit Page in Window, and you can see every one of those objects has a 4-point white stroke, and it's totally consistent. There are other ways to make your objects totally consistent in the way they're formatted. And we're going to talk about that when we talk about styles. We're going to continue talking about objects in the next lesson.